Firstly, I feel really blessed to be a part of such a big movie. Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum is a cult film. It's a classic, and I think it's Bollywood's most popular film, if you talk about it. And the character of Kareena, as obviously Pooh, is iconic. To be honest, I've only met her once, that too on the sets of K3G. Post that, I've not even bumped into her anymore. Hi, this is Malvika Raj and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
We have this talented Malvika Raj with us here in the Bollywood Hungama office. Pleasure having you with us in Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you, the pleasure is all mine.
Alright, so K3G से Squad तक अगर आप अपनी जर्नी को आप कुछ बताना चाहें briefly.
तो K3G जब हुआ था, it was like अभी 2 decades होने वाले K3G को. तब से लेके अब तक I think it's just been a very exciting yet unpredictable journey of mine, if I can say. Post that, I obviously got a lot of film offers and all as a child, but my family was very hesitant on me doing all the child artist roles, and he wanted me to concentrate on my education, finish that first, and then come back, because they knew since before K3G uni I wanted to become an actress. Post I finished my college, I did a lot of modeling, runway modeling in the fashion industry. I worked for all the fashion weeks and brands and designers and all. And then now I'm finally living what I'm born to, I feel.
That's amazing. Pooh का जो character आपने जो निभाया था, you were the younger version of Kareena. That character has become synonymous with a lot of young actresses and even girls in general.
जी.
कैसे देखती हैं आप इस पहलू को?
Firstly, I feel really blessed to be a part of such a big movie. Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum is a cult film. It's a classic, and I think it's Bollywood's most popular film, if you talk about it. And the character of Kareena, as obviously Pooh, is iconic. It's a character that people even relate me to, obviously, because I was playing her childhood. And I feel very happy when people come and ask me, "Oh, you're the little girl of K3G," and I go like, "Yes, that's me."
Right, and I believe you had a very fine experience with Shah Rukh Khan when he stood up while he was having his food.
Yes.
As you entered.
Yes.
What really happened?
It was obviously so many years back, and Shah Rukh sir is like so humble, he's so grounded. I'm very fond of him. And even on sets, like he was always my favorite person on set. Every time he would come on set, the set would just light up. Like, it was like a lively festival over there every time he would enter. So I remember once it was lunch break, and he was already sitting with his crew having lunch, and I came a bit later. And you know, being Shah Rukh Khan, he still got up from his seat to greet me. I mean, that I was so touched even then. I mean, I still remember, I was so young, but I still remember that incident, because I was like, this is like amazing. So much to learn from a person like him.
And how have you interacted with him over the years?
I've met him like 2 or 3 times at like mutual parties, or like just a common friend's birthday or something like that. And very sweetly he meets me. In fact, last time I met him was at this one event, and I reintroduced myself. I was like, "Do you remember me?" And he was like, "Oh my God, that's you. You've become so big."
So what was your first meeting with Kareena Kapoor like?
To be honest, I've only met her once, that too on the sets of K3G. Post that, I've not even bumped into her anywhere.
Seriously? Okay.
Yeah, it's so weird. Because you know, you tend to bump into people living in the same city too. But with her, I've just not bumped into her anywhere. It's so weird, no? And I'm like such a big fan of hers.
I believe you've expressed this desire that she should maybe try and
watch Squad.
possible.
Yeah, of course. I really wanted to. At least my songs, so I wanted to watch. Because if she doesn't like to watch action too much, because it's a full action film, and I love action.
Right.
But at least my songs I wanted to see.
Okay, ये child artist के साथ में एक superstition एक जोड़ा हुआ है कि that there have been so many occasions when the child artist, they've not been able to do well when they grow up. It's not always been the case. Urmila is an exception. There are Neetu Kapoor is an exception. There are others. Jagdeep Saab is an exception, and quite a few. But लेकिन वो कहते हैं वो जुगल अंसराज factor, and you know people have those fears. How have you personally dealt with that? Because after K3G you did not work in any film whatsoever. So आपने personally कैसे उससे deal किया?
I honestly didn't look at it in that way. I think as to be an actor, you have to deal with a lot of rejections. You have to deal with people coming up to you and telling you what's good and what's not good about you. And I think it's fair. And this is the line that I have chosen and I've trained for and I've lived for. So I don't look at it as any taboo, as you say. I think there are so many actors, child actors, who are my friends also, like Fatima as well. She did Chachi 420 too.
Yes.
And today she's doing so well in the industry as well. So I don't look at it in that way. I think every actor has its own journey, and every journey has ups, has downs. But if you're determined to what you want to do in life, if you don't stop living your dreams, I think you'll make it.
Your father had certain reservations that post K3G maybe you should not be doing more child artist roles and all that.
Yeah.
So what exactly was his thought process?
No, that has nothing to do with this. It was just I was a very notorious child. Like I was a brat, and my mind was on everything except studies.
Right.
So it's not a very good thing to tell all the kids out there, but it's true. I was very notorious. Like my mind was only in dramatics and in sports. Like I used to love playing football as a kid. So he just thought I'll be a very distracted person if I keep acting, because he saw how much I enjoyed myself on sets. Like forget K3G sets, like Dad used to make films too. I remember I used to bunk my school and go on Dad's shooting sets because I just loved the full vibe. I loved being on set. I feel being on set, like with the full shoot, like while the shoot is on, is my happy place. I'm very happy over there. He used to like lie to me, like, I'm not shooting today, go to school. So that used to be the scene at home.
All right, then Squad happened. So what was the approach when you were approached for?
So our director, Nilesh Sahai, he contacted my dad. We had a mutual, we both had, Dad and he had a mutual friend. And he was actually looking for a girl opposite Rinzing. And he called up Dad, he came and he met me. He saw that even I am doing, he needed also a very tall girl because Rinzing is very tall. And he met me, we auditioned of course for the part 2. They liked my work and that's how they signed me for Squad.
All right, and so Rinzing has this legacy to live up to because Danny Saab, I think he's a legend in the industry. So how was the experience of working with Rinzing, and did you interact with Danny Saab by any chance?
So Rinzing and me are actually childhood friends.
Oh, okay.
We know each other since we're kids. Like we have all mutual friends and we have grown up in the same circle. When I was younger, of course, I've met Danny Uncle. I've gone to Rinzing's house for birthday parties and all, but I think he's been in Sikkim since a while right now, so I've not really interacted with him of late. Dad and Danny Uncle are also friends, so they've exchanged messages and all of that. It was like a breeze working with Rinzing. He's such a sweetheart and it's so comfortable, when you actually know the person since so many years. Right. It's just butter then.
So what is the plan from here on for you? What sort of offers are you getting? And
in fact, I'm starting something next year, early next year, which they should be announcing in like a month or so. So until the production announces it, I'm not really allowed to do that. But I'll tell you once the camera is off.
No, that's fine. That's fine. All right. So how do you look at the way the content is being consumed right now? Say, not only in India but all across the world, because I think now there is personally what I feel is there are no boundaries because you can consume content of any language. Right. Be it in India, be it
Korea. Right now, Squid Game was like such a rage.
And even Spanish content, the way it is so many content that they're doing so well. So, कैसे आप देखती हैं that the way the entire paradigm is shifting? It's no more merely films, जो एक पहले एक हमारा था कि that theatre में films जो हैं वही एक yardstick था कि that how whether you have arrived or not. And even television was looked down upon, even though television has always had a massive reach. तो इस पूरे shift को आप कैसे देखती हैं?
I think today content is king, of course. Be it a Korean film or a Spanish film, as you said, or even a Japanese or any of these trending movies which are on OTT platforms today, they're doing so well.
Right.
Because of which I think the theatre films, they need to up their game in terms of the storyline, in terms of screenplay, in terms of everything. Because now what you're watching on television, their content is so amazing that you are hooked. Like I remember when I recently saw Squid Game right now, I didn't want to do anything the full day because I just wanted to finish the full series. So when there's something so amazing and their content is so good that you're like, you have to level up to that. Hi, this is Malvika Raj and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.